What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in to this episode of English Turks, where I review your favorite Turkish series with and without English subtitles. And if this is your first time on this channel, what we do here is we review many of your favorite Turkish shows. And if you're an English speaker like me, we love English subtitles, and there are a few shows out there without English subtitles. So what I do is I just share with you my thoughts and give you summaries of the shows, and sometimes it's hard to find the English translations to certain shows, so I do my best to give a great summary of what the show is about, and then we have a conversations in the comment below about our thoughts, agreements, disagreements, what we think is going to happen, and everything like that. So if you like that community-based feel of having someone to talk to about it, and you just want a little bit more after every episode that you watch, then this is definitely the channel for you. Feel free to scroll through the videos and see which shows we have reviewed already. And if the show that you watch is not on there, feel free to let me know in the comments below what show you're watching that I'm not currently watching that I could probably watch and I might just like, and then we can share on those shows as well. Now today I want to talk to you about this new series that I just started watching. It's called Zemheri. I think I'm saying it right, but of course I always feel self-conscious about how I'm pronouncing these Turkish titles. This show is a typical Turkish series. You have a girl and a guy, they meet, they fall in love, life circumstances pull them apart, and then there's some hater somewhere that's trying to keep them apart and make their lives a living hell. This series does not shy away from that characteristic. So I'm just gonna go through those basic three areas and just explain what the show is about. So the first area, guy meets girl, fall in love, and that's exactly what this is. Ayaz, the guy, and Firuze, the girl, meet at a college, and they end up falling in love. He, likes her, and she eventually reciprocates, and then they fall in love and eventually get engaged. Now, life circumstances, part 2, pulls them apart, and those life circumstances happen to be that he has a situation that happens in his family, which is that they were on the run from his biological father, and the biological father finds them, attacks the family. The mother accidentally kills the father, and so Ayaz tries to do what he can to protect his mother, and doing so makes a deal with the devil. Now, let's leave that away for a second and let's go to Firuze. So Firuze just gets engaged to Ayaz. She's excited, she's in love, and then he disappears off the face of the earth. She doesn't know what happens to him. She goes through a period of grief, and she has her own family issues. Her mother isn't really loving to her daughters, more so concerned about her only son, and so she really has a much more closer relationship with her father. Now, in this 2-year span of her going through this depression and then just deciding she's not going to love anybody anymore, we pick up where her father complains to her about the elevator shaft at his workplace. And her being a major in architecture, she helps her father write a letter to the owner of the construction company so that they would do something about the elevator before any kind of disaster happens. The father does end up giving the letter directly in the hand of the owner of the company, but the owner of the company mistakenly forgets because he's dealing with his own family issues. And so an accident does happen, many people die, and her father ends up just getting really seriously injured and is in the hospital. And to protect himself, the owner of the company decides to deframe one of the workers to take the blame off himself, that he had no idea what happened, or he did know what happened and he told them not to use it, and that this guy didn't listen and allowed the men to use the elevator. And of course, in that time and area, this was easily acceptable. People didn't really look into things, and so her father ends up going to jail. So now Firuze has a completely different mission in life. This is her life circumstance. Her life circumstance is trying to figure out how to get her father out of jail and prove his innocence. And so both of them are living in these two different life circumstances. It just so happens that the owner of the company is the same devil that Ayaz made a deal with. So in Ayaz's case, what connects him to this devil, and I'm calling him a devil, is that Ayaz happened to have saved, in the beginning of his relationship with Firuze, he saved this owner's daughter from accidentally getting hit by a car. And so the daughter, she has mental issues and decides that she absolutely loves Ayaz, and Ayaz must absolutely love her, and convinces her brother to help her get with this guy. And so when he made the deal with the devil, which happens to be her brother, the deal was that he would leave Firuze, but he doesn't know it's Firuze. The devil doesn't know it's Firuze. Leave the person that you're in love with, love my sister, and I'm going to protect your mother, and I'm going to make the entire thing disappear. And so he goes with that, which is why he disappeared from Firuze's life. Now, on Firuze's hand, she's connected to the devil because he's the owner of the company that's defaming her father. And so they're both connected to this devil, which brings me to part 3. There's always a hater that's trying to keep the couple away from each other. And so what happens is, in order for Firuze to clear her father's name, she decides to secretly get a job in the company. And when she gets this job, her goal is to get the security footage from the day that her father ends up being there. That once she got this job in this company, she finds out that Ayaz is alive and he's well, and he actually works for this company. And to top it off, he's engaged to the daughter of this company mogul, this devil. And she's in disbelief, and he's in disbelief that, like, she found him. And he thinks that she got the job in the company to be close to him, and he's trying to separate her from the company because he knows what a devil this man is. And she's in pain right now, but she's not concerned about this. Her concern right now is her father, but he doesn't know that. So he's interjecting into her plans, and she's trying to overcome his interjections. And so she does end up finally getting this surveillance video, but when they look at the video, it's been changed. It's been manipulated, so it looks like her father was never there, but instead Ayaz is the one that walked in the elevator with the devil. And so now she realized that if Ayaz was the one that walked into the elevator with the devil, that means that he's the witness, and she knows for a fact that it's a lie. And so now she's dealing with two hedges in her life now, because the man that she loves and most likely still does love turns out to be the person that's causing her father to be in jail with his false witness. Now, Ayaz, on the other hand, thought that the person that they put the blame on was a dead man, but it turns out it was not a dead man. And then when he looks deep into it, he realizes that the person that took the blame was Firuze's father. So now he realizes what literally just happened. So that's how they ended the second episode. There's only been 2 episodes released. I'm not sure when the release dates are because I kind of found it on the off chance, but it just seems like that this is going to be the situation that is going to constantly pull them apart. It's definitely going to get a whole lot worse before it gets anywhere better. So I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments below. I think this is going to be a great show. It seems very enticing. It's typical, but then there's some things that kind of change up the storyline to make it not typical, and I'm excited to see what happens next. So if you like this episode, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. Share it with people that you know that might be interested in this series as well, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hey guys, don't forget to comment below, share this video, and if you want to see more, subscribe.